Katseye just made the worst mistake a group can make in K-pop. And I'm not talking about plagiarism accusations or the sexualized choreography controversy or even the fact that their own fans are getting them canceled. No, no, no. The mistake is so much worse than that because they walked into a trap that nobody prepared them for. And now they're getting death threats from the very people who should be protecting them. Every single member confirmed it. This video won't be just about one group's controversies. It's about why the entire K-pop system is eating itself alive. And Katseye just happened to be standing in the middle when it exploded. Let's start with the elephant in the room. Is Katseye even K-pop? I know you're probably screaming at your screen right now, but hear me out, because this confusion is literally at the heart of everything that's going wrong. Katseye was formed through HYBE's Dream Academy project with Geffen Records. They trained under the K-pop system, they performed on M Countdown, they did relay dances, they were at KCON and Mama. They're doing everything a K-pop group does. But they debuted in LA, not Seoul. They have only one Korean member, Yoonchae. They sing primarily in English, and get this, even JYP himself said about his similar group Vicha, this is not a K-pop group. So K-pop fans are sitting here like, wait, are we supposed to claim them or not? And that confusion, that's creating the perfect storm for toxicity. Because when you don't know if someone's yours or not, everything they do feels like either appropriation or disrespect. And that's exactly what's happening. Now let's talk about the drama that set the internet on fire. When Katseye dropped the teaser for Gnarly, all hell broke loose. aespa fans immediately started pointing out similarities. The red carpet scene looked like drama. The outfits reminded people of BLACKPINK's Shutdown and Jisoo's Earthquake. And look, I've seen the comparisons. Some of them, yeah, there are similarities. But here's the thing. Red carpets, bold fashion, dramatic lighting, these aren't exactly groundbreaking concepts that only one group can use. And this is where Katseye made their first massive mistake. Their fans fought back, hard. Instead of letting it blow over, icons started dragging aespa, bringing up their own plagiarism controversies, comparing view counts, basically turning this into a full-scale fan war. And it got really ugly. Some aespa fans started making racist comments about Lara and Manon. The situation escalated so fast that Korean netizens literally threatened to report Katseye to government authorities over their inappropriate choreography. We're talking about people calling for official investigations because they didn't like a dance move. Katseye members started responding to the hate. Manon posted a screenshot Googling media training courses, clearly throwing shade at people saying they needed media training. Members liked posts criticizing other groups. Sophia addressed the BLACKPINK controversy, where she'd liked a video about their hiatus. Now, in the Western pop world, this would be seen as them standing up for themselves, having a backbone, not taking BS from internet trolls. But hold your jars, because in K-pop, this is basically career suicide. K-pop idols are expected to bow, apologize, stay silent, and let their company handle everything. The idol system is built on this idea that you maintain a perfect, untouchable image no matter what. You don't clap back, you don't engage, you definitely don't defend yourself on social media. And this is where Katseye is caught in an impossible situation. They're trained like K-pop idols, marketed to K-pop fans, but they're not Korean. They didn't grow up in that culture. They're American, Swiss, Filipino. They come from cultures where speaking up for yourself is normal. So when they respond to hate the way they would in their own cultures, K-pop fans see it as unprofessional, attention-seeking, or lacking respect. And the irony is that if they stay silent and follow traditional K-pop rules, they get dragged for being fake or not authentic. They literally cannot win. Now we need to talk about something that has made a lot of people uncomfortable. And honestly, their reactions make sense. Katseye's choreography for Gabriella received a huge amount of criticism from the moment it was released. The moves were intense, there was a lot of floor work, and the styling felt too mature for the youngest member. Yoonchae is only 17, and that became the center of the conversation. Fans in Korea were upset. Fans internationally were upset. People who do not even follow K-pop saw the performance and said the same thing. They felt it was not the right concept for someone who is still a minor. The choreography placed the members in positions that many viewers felt went too far. During some stages, the outfits were also very short and very bold. The moment people realized a teenager was doing the same choreography and wearing the same styling as the adults, the reactions became even stronger. Many said it felt like the company had ignored the responsibility that comes with managing young performers. What made the situation worse is that HYBE and the Katseye team did not respond to the concerns. They did not explain their decisions, they did not adjust the routine, and they did not change the styling for Yoonchae. They simply continued performing the same version of the stage. This silence frustrated fans even more because it made them feel like the complaints were being brushed aside. A lot of people said this could have been avoided with small changes. Adjusting the choreography for the minor, giving her a different outfit, even a short statement would have helped. But instead, everything stayed the same, and that is why the criticism kept growing. This is where the K-pop system should be protecting these girls, but it honestly feels like it isn't. Even though Katseye comes from a K-pop company, they're being pushed mainly in the West, where the expectations are totally different, and the whole thing ends up feeling confusing, uncomfortable, and in some moments, unfair to the members. In their BBC interview, the girls talked about how the comments about their bodies, their performances, and the constant comparisons are overwhelming. One of them described it as something that terrorizes the mind, and that tells you how heavy this pressure really is. Every single member of Katseye has said they receive threats online, not once in a while, all the time. Lara even said that when hundreds or thousands of people say extreme things to you, it may not be real, but it still hits you emotionally. It still weighs on you. Someone even filed a false report, trying to get her in trouble with immigration authorities, which shows this isn't just casual hate. These are real attempts to damage their lives. Their families are being bothered. People rank the members constantly, judge their looks, judge their talent, and judge their personalities. They deal with racism, harsh comments about their identity, and personal attacks every day. And the sad part is that a lot of this negativity is coming from K-pop fans, the same community that always talks about being anti-bullying and inclusive. This is the chaotic love-hate relationship you mentioned. K-pop fans watch every Katseye performance, compare them to other groups, and keep them trending, but at the same time, they criticize them nonstop. It is like they can't decide whether to support them or tear them apart, so they do both. And we can't pretend HYBE is innocent in all this. The Netflix documentary Popstar Academy was controversial even before it aired. The trainees didn't know they were part of a survival competition. They thought they were simply training. They only found out they were competing when people started getting eliminated by a robotic voice on a TV screen. That alone left a bad taste for a lot of viewers. Then the documentary showed conflicts between the trainees, including accusations toward Manon. This led to pre-debut hate long before the group even formed. Imagine being dragged online for something that happened during training and then debuting with that weight already on your back. HYBE is also promoting Katseye in this strange in-between zone. They perform on K-pop shows, but the company avoids calling them K-pop. They use K-pop systems and expectations, but target Western markets. They train like K-pop idols, but are told not to act like K-pop idols. It feels like HYBE wanted all the benefits of the K-pop system without taking responsibility for what that system demands, and the girls are the ones dealing with the fallout. Now let's talk about the double standards. When foreign members in K-pop groups don't speak perfect Korean or don't know every cultural detail, fans show patience. They're praised for trying and given time to adjust. But Katseye doesn't get any of that understanding. People expect them to act fully Korean while appearing fully authentic to their own cultures at the same time, which is impossible. When K-pop idols do mature concepts, fans call it confident and artistic. When Katseye does something similar, people immediately say it's inappropriate or the company is pushing them too far. And to be very clear, the conversations about Yoonchae being underage are valid. That concern is real and important. But the rest of the group gets dragged even when they are all adults. When traditional groups experiment with new sounds or visuals, they're praised for trying something new. But when Katseye does it, they're accused of copying other groups. When established idols are criticized, fans defend them like their lives depend on it. But with Katseye, people don't hesitate before saying the harshest things possible. Some of you might think, why does this matter? They're successful, they have Grammy nominations, their music is charting, they're going to Coachella. But success doesn't erase what they're going through psychologically. Katseye represents something new, the globalization of the K-pop training method. Whether we label them K-pop or not, they're proof that the system can work for international artists. But if the environment around them continues like this, no future global group will want to deal with this level of hostility. And beyond the industry talk, these are real people. 6 young women between 17 and 22. They're chasing their dreams, but at the same time, they're dealing with anxiety, fear, and constant pressure. Some can't even open their phones without bracing themselves. Lara said social media has been overwhelming since the documentary. Mano has been accused of all kinds of things based on anonymous posts. Sophia dealt with months of drama after liking a single Instagram video. At some point, we need to admit that this obsession with policing artists' every move has gone too far. So how do we fix this? First, HYBE needs to make a choice. Either Katseye is part of the K-pop world, and you protect them the way K-pop companies protect their young idols, or they're a Western act, and you promote them accordingly. This half-and-half strategy is confusing everyone and hurting the group. Second, icons need to build a healthier fandom culture. Stop copying toxic stan behavior. Stop the comparison posts. Stop jumping into fan wars. Build a space where the members feel supported instead of judged. Third, K-pop fans need to make a decision too. Do you actually want the K-pop system to go global? Or do you only want it global when you approve of the participants? You can't say you want diversity and then attack every group that looks different. Katseye has already achieved things most new groups could only dream about. But achievements shouldn't come with this much stress and fear. They shouldn't have to choose between being themselves and being accepted. The truth is, the problems we see with Katseye aren't really their mistakes. They're the result of an industry that wants global influence without changing its mindset, a fandom culture that rewards extreme behavior, and a company that put the girls in the middle of a system that isn't built for them. If we don't fix this now, Katseye won't be the only group dealing with this. They're just the first ones going through it publicly. If you made it to the end of this video, I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think Katseye should be considered K-pop? Are the reactions justified, or are people exaggerating? If you got value from this breakdown, tap the like button. It helps push this conversation to more people. And subscribe if you want more commentary, deep dives, and honest talks about the industry. I'll see you in the next one. Stay curious, stay aware, and stay kind.